Today, we continue on how to read people, part 2. Do you ever look at someone and wonder, what the heck are they doing? Or why are they doing this? We have already covered how to read the sign from their head in the previous video. So in today's video, we are going to learn 7 detailed signals on people's body. Before we get going, you know what I'm about to say. Don't forget the drill, like, subscribe and share. Let's go. Number 1. Chest. Regardless of men and women, chests are a silent means of flirting. Men may turn their chests outwards to show masculinity, while women may entice by pointing their chest toward her interest. So now you would know if someone is interested in you. The opposite of putting the chest outwards, the inwardly curved chest is a protective mechanism. Animals have similar body language that can convey dominance or a sense of submission. When a wolf shows his alpha that he is not a threat, he will bend his chest inward, thus hiding his strength. This is not a seductive gesture, but a signal that he is not seeking conflict. Humans also show the same tendencies. Number 2. Back. The back is both powerful and direct. If someone is not interested in what you say, they will most likely turn their back on you. Also, this may be another sign of trying to give off dominance. This dismissive action is trying to be condescending to people they associate with and make them less approachable. A hump with shoulder bent inwards indicates anxiety or sadness. When the body curves inward, this indicates fear. Your body tries to protect itself instinctively. When children are embarrassed, you will often notice their heads, shoulders, and arms falling in obvious ways. As adults, we have the condition to hide emotions such as embarrassment, anxiety, or fear. Therefore, these signs are subtle. The root of this emotion are fear. As your body curves inward, you may feel safe and less vulnerable. To prove this, imagine a time when you feel embarrassed. Maybe your parents confronted you in a less ideal way in front of a crowd. Were you able to force yourself to stand up straight and exude confidence? Number 3. Shoulder. Similarly, when the shoulders are upright, the person expresses self-confidence. However, the need for authority may shift the shoulder from an upright posture to a faintly visible position as a demonstration of intimidation. Please note that when a person's shoulder seems upright but with a slight curve, this means although this person is trying to establish authority, they are still slightly insecure or protective. This is a key sign of people who may seem confident but are insecure about things inside. Number 4. Hips. The hip movements are subtle but demanding. Usually the hips are used with sexual communication, thus inviting or rejecting potential partners. When pushing outward or swayed, the invitation to flirt is abundant. A person may show their attraction in this way. Similarly, the direction the hips point can also indicate the direction the person wants to go. Number 5. Posture. Sitting tall with a straight back and a slender neck, people are confident and open. They feel comfortable with their environment or can even control their situation. They feel no discomfort at all. However, if they lean over, lower their heads, or otherwise slouch, they are likely to feel low. They are either frustrated, uncomfortable, or unconfident in their situation. Number 6. The upper limbs. Nail biting. Biting nails can indicate tension, stress, or confusion. People bite their nails unconsciously when they are nervous or anxious. This kind of body language gesture is very common among students taking exam. Well, it's common, but it is not so sanitary either, especially during these days. So do not put anything into your mouth, and this advice is not only for kids. Pointing fingers. Pointing a finger at someone is an authoritative gesture. When they were angry in the conversation, they began to point their finger at the person to show their authority. All these gestures usually mean that the person is trying to emphasize something or trying to draw an attention to the subject they are emphasizing. Open hands or closed fists. If someone's hands are open and relaxed, it means that they are open to the situation. They may be in a submissive state and are more likely to tell the truth. The opposite is a closed fist, which indicates that someone is angry or otherwise transferred away from the subject and feels aggressive. Hands in pockets. If someone puts their hand in their pockets, there are most likely two reasons. One, they are not confident in a particular situation. Two, they are bored under current circumstances. They are not interested in the topic nor the environment, thus they express boredom by putting their hands in their pockets. Rubbing hands. This gesture expresses excitement. Whenever you are very excited about what is coming, you may rub your hands. For example, when you know your partner is going to give you a surprise, or when you and your best friend are making a travel plan, you may unconsciously rub your hands together. Hands on heart. This gesture shows sincerity and affection. This shows that you are speaking directly from the heart. If someone wants to convince you that they have not lied to you and are completely honest about a topic, they may put their hand on their heart. Hands behind back. This posture is very common among men. Putting your hands behind your back can show how confident you are because it will expose your front body, thus showing confidence. You will see a lot of military or soldiers do this kind of gesture to show up strong and confident. One hand clasping on the other arm. When you see someone with one hand clasping on the other arms, it means that the person is nervous. They may not have the confidence or feel uncomfortable in a specific situation. They are trying to create a barriers for their protection. Crossed arms. Probably one of the most basic language signals is that people cross their arms on their chest. This gesture means that the person you are talking to is defensive or disagree with you. For example, if the point you made in the group discussion contradicts your friend's point of view and his arms are stiffly folded across his chest, it means your friend disagrees with you. Number 7. Lower limbs. Cross legs. Now that you understand what it means to cross your arms, what about the legs? It turns out that when people cross their legs and lean back on the chair, this means they don't want to talk about a given topic. They protect themselves psychologically by using their legs as a shield. They are no longer interested in the topic and want to leave the topic behind. The direction of their feet. The direction of other people's feet are facing will tell you what they are thinking. If their feet point to the door, it means they want to leave the scene and they are no longer comfortable. Or they may have somewhere else to be. If their feet are pointing to the person they are talking to, they are interested in the topic, so they will actively participate in it. If their feet point in two directions, it means that they have two unique ideas. For example, suppose one of their feet point to the person they are talking to, another to the dance floor. This means that they are interested in the person they are talking to, but they also want to get up and dance, most likely with that person. Sweeping a shoe on and off or letting it dangle. This is more common among women, especially when they wear loose shoes, such as flats or high heels. By hanging and dangling the shoes from their feet, it shows that they feel relaxed. Depending on the situation, they may also be flirting with the person in front of them. All these unconscious gestures from different body languages, indicating people's hidden emotions and feelings. Some unconscious gestures or facial expressions are directly linked to thinking patterns. If you identify them, you can unlock anyone's mind. And that's how our people reading series is completed. If you want to know more about the signals over the part of the human head send, check out our previous video. And if you want to know more about psychology tricks and facts, check out our PSYCHE shorts. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.